Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to be completely stripping away all those crazy complexities of modern life. We're looking at the absolute foundation of our existence, specifically, the profound connection between our basic biological survival and the architecture of the spaces we inhabit every single day. Let's dive into this. Imagine for a second that we just erase all modern technology, wipe away our busy daily schedules, and break our existence down to its pure biological baseline. What are the absolute, non-negotiable requirements for human growth and sustainability? Section 1. Basics of living organism survival. We are starting right at the absolute biological baseline required for literally any living creature to survive. Now, when you really look at it, it all distills down to exactly 4 foundational needs. It's kind of crazy to think about, but the vast complexity of human civilization, all our technological progress, it all rests entirely on just these 4 pillars. First up, we have water, air, and food. These are the undeniable biological drivers, right? We require water for fundamental cellular function. We need air for continuous respiratory exchange. And of course, food gives us the metabolic energy that fuels our physical growth. These are the completely non-negotiable physical elements shared by every single living organism on Earth. Let's move to and see how this builds, because here is the final, absolutely crucial pillar: shelter. Alongside water, air, and food, a protective physical environment completes our foundational quartet. Without this barrier against environmental extremes, well, those first 3 biological needs quickly become compromised. Section 2. Shelter, the family space. This brings us directly from pure biology into humanity, and right to the concept of our homes. So the crucial point is how we actually define this space. A shelter isn't just some physical barrier against the elements. Fundamentally, it's the place where family members live. This is where we shift from raw, basic biology to the human experience, creating a vital hub structured entirely around the family unit living within it. But, merely surviving just isn't enough, is it? To actually thrive, we have to intentionally optimize that space. Studies show that our physical surroundings directly impact our mental and physical well-being. We absolutely have to transform a mere survival shelter into an actively healthy living space that works in tandem with our biology. Section 3. Traits of a healthy home. Let's look at the specific characteristics that actually make a home healthy. And this brilliantly illustrates those specific traits. Step 1 is cleanliness, which establishes our environmental baseline and mitigates harmful pathogens. Step 2, the entry of sunlight. This provides natural warmth, combats mold, and crucially, it regulates our circadian rhythms. And step 3 is good ventilation, ensuring that fresh, moving air sweeps through the house so we don't get that awful atmospheric stagnation. Put them together, and these 3 hallmarks create a vibrant, thriving living environment. Section 4. Beware the unhealthy home. We need to look at the stark, rather negative reality of what happens when these basic needs aren't met. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the undeniable sensory contrast here. On one side, the healthy home feels bright, it's open, it's alive, maximizing that sunlight and airflow. But then look at the unhealthy counterpart next to it. No sunlight enters, 0 ventilation exists, and a lack of cleanliness creates a dark, stifling, and restrictive space. The environmental disparity between these 2 states is just striking. An unhealthy home is really defined entirely by its deficits. It actively blocks out the sun and traps stale air inside. If you think back to our biological baseline, an unhealthy space literally denies you the fresh air and light your body fundamentally requires to thrive. Rather than supporting your health, an unoptimized living space is actively working against your survival. As we wrap up this explainer, I want you to take a second and reflect directly on your own family shelter. Does the sun actually enter your space? Are you intentionally bringing in fresh air? Take these fundamental principles, optimize your surroundings, and deliberately craft a healthy home. Thanks for exploring this with me today. Keep learning and keep thriving.